So you did not want to do this recording of this episode in your bed, right? You didn't want to do it in your bed. Is that right? Is that right? Touch my hand or tell me with your voice that you did not want to do it in your bed. Right? Yes. Is that because your privacy is important to you? You don't want to do a recording, a video in your room because it's private? Yes. Okay. Do you think that you get enough sleep at night? Yes? Or no? Do you feel like you get enough sleep? Yes? You do? What about when you were hurting? Was it hard for you to get enough sleep then? When you were hurting? Was it hard for you to get enough sleep? Do you remember having trouble sleeping when you were hurting real bad? Yes. So we are talking about transition to sleep for Transition Tuesday. I'm Jane. This is Joe talking about getting to sleep, sleeping, staying asleep, waking up in the morning, that whole process. Sleep issues plague people for many reasons. For kids with disabilities, sensory processing disorders can cause sleeplessness. Autism, ADHD, anemia. If your child is anemic, it can cause them to have sleep problems. Chronic pain, obviously. Respiratory issues like sleep apnea, enlarged tonsils, adenoids. GI issues like reflux. All of those things can cause sleep problems, and your child may not be able to explain why they can't sleep other than you just know they can't sleep. So those are some things to keep in mind as a little mental note. I wonder if that's impacting my child's sleep, especially if you have a young child and you're just getting diagnoses. And also, sleep patterns can change over time. So your child may have been a good sleeper and suddenly they're not. Well, it could be a pain issue, an anemia issue, a respiratory issue. It could be something going on at school that you need to deal with. I mean, your sleep patterns can change over time. And when they do change and you're not getting enough sleep, it can impact a lot of other areas of your life. So do your homework, mama, daddy, grandma, caregiver. A sleep study is a good place to start. Joe had one not long ago because we noticed after he had his surgery and he was on some heavy-duty medications, he had his bed out here in the living room, and Jerry, my husband, and I were taking turns sleeping out here with him. And I would notice that he would go, catch his breath during his sleep. And the medications were kind of impacting his involuntary reflexes. And so I called his pulmonologist, called the doctor. The doctor said, we definitely need to do a sleep study. Let's adjust his medications. and we ordered a sleep study. And now it used to be, depending on the need, like some sleep studies relating to seizure disorders and things like that need to be done in the hospital. But a lot of sleep studies for things like sleep apnea or other issues you can do in your home. And being able to do it in your home where you're sleeping in your bed makes a big difference rather than being in a hospital setting, because it's just easier. So basically it's like a little nasal cannula, a thing on your finger to keep track of the oxygen in your blood, the oxygenation levels in your blood, and then a little device which tracks, the rate of respirations. And it's pretty simple. We did it, sent it in, had a telehealth visit to go over the results. And sure enough, Joe does need a CPAP machine to help him keep his oxygen level right at night. So we discovered this. He's probably had it for a while, but he used to be a really good sleeper, and now he's not. So sleep study, doctor, and then document. Keep track. Are there nights where your child sleeps great? Are there nights where your child does not sleep great? Does the full moon keep your child awake? I mean, seriously. The full moon wakes me up. And pay attention to the whole 24 hours, not just the nighttime. Does your child nap? If they nap in the afternoon a long time, maybe you need to adjust that. If they don't nap at all, is it because there's an issue with sleeping, like GI reflux or something? What kind of downtime do they have? Are they constantly going? Are they nervous about something? Do they ever have time to just chill? And what kind of nutrition, what kind of snacks are they getting? Do they drink a lot of Mountain Dew? Do they eat a lot of sugary snacks, especially at night, right before bedtime? Fruit juices with added sugar. Sugar can really, or caffeine, secret caffeine, all of those things can impact a person's ability to fall asleep. I know me, I can't drink coffee at night anymore. I used to drink coffee at night purposely to keep me awake, and now I don't want to stay awake anymore, so I don't need to drink any coffee. What about waking up? Do you have trouble waking your child up in the morning? It could be because they're not getting restful sleep at night. So some things you can try to test that theory. As you're documenting their sleep patterns, you can invent a morning ritual that's the same every day. Because in reality, we have to get to school, we have to get to work, you have to get your kids up and out. So what can you do to make that a little bit easier while you're investigating that sleep thing? Play music, happy music, not music that makes them sleepy. Open a window, or open the blinds, the curtains, turn a light on, bring some light into the room, because sensory, your brain acknowledges that change in the light and it helps with waking a person up. And then take a little extra time. Unfortunately, it means that mama's going to get a little less sleep for a while because mama has to get up and plan ahead. But stretch out that wake up time a little bit if it's at all possible. I know one mama I know, her strategy is her child lays out her clothes the night before so they don't have to rush finding those clothes. So knowing that the clothes are laid out, that's one less thing you have to do in the morning. Packing your lunch ahead, one less thing you have to do. If your child sleeps at school, is your child getting 10 hours of sleep? That's what children need. Teenagers, children, adolescents, 10 hours of sleep. Is your child having nightmares? Does your child wake up in the middle of the night because they're having night terrors? That'll definitely impact their ability to sleep or get back to sleep. Strategize with your child's teacher. If you keep getting notes home saying that your child is falling asleep in class, talk to the school about it. See if there's a time of day. You know, maybe the things they're eating for lunch are making them really sleepy. Like, does your child drink milk with lunch? Maybe back off that a little bit. Try water instead, or water with vitamins in it or something. See what impacts that. If nothing helps, then it's probably that your child isn't sleeping well at night. So it's a constant trial and error kind of thing. What works, what doesn't work. And sometimes what will work for a little while will stop working and you have to do this process again. I know. It's just life. Here are some strategies to help your child fall asleep in a way that will sustain that sleep pattern. Warm bath. A nice warm bath, maybe 45 minutes or an hour till before their bedtime. No screens before bed. Take that phone away from their room. Don't let them have that phone in their room at night. This is research-based stuff. Screens impact a young person's ability to achieve that, REM sleep. A story, good old-fashioned bedtime story, or reading before bed can help you sleep. Reading something. Massage, especially if you have an infant that struggles with colic or something like that, or if you have a child who has chronic pain issues due to spasticity or, has other health issues that cause chronic pain. A little bit of a warm, heat up the oil, do a little massage. Lavender is a good scent to help you sleep. There's lots of good night blends of essential oils that help you relax your body. Warm up the bed. It's an old school thing. Get a hot water bottle or a heated blanket, warm that bed up and cozy on in. Of course, that doesn't work in the summer, but in the winter time, getting into a cozy, warm space is very comforting and kind of helps those parts of your body and your brain switch on that, it's time to rest now. A calming routine, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's spending a little time with a cat on your lap, or doing something that doesn't wake up your brain, but just, makes you just slow down. Putting on your pajamas, getting a bedtime routine going. Soft, cozy pajamas, brushing your teeth, having a little snack that isn't going to cause energy, like, I don't know, maybe like a little piece of toast, or, maybe a little fruit, a banana, or, just a little piece to make your tummy not be grouchy. Of course, if you have GI issues, that's not a good idea. Drinking some water, glass of water before bed. and then, or a sip of water, because you don't want them to get up. But, just kind of experiment with different things. Bedroom door lock, yes or no? Sometimes it's a safety issue. If your child gets into the refrigerator, some kids sleepwalk. That can also cause disturbances in your sleep pattern, obviously. Some kids have a issue where they, just binge eat uncontrollably, and that's definitely something that you need to consult with your doctor about. But do you lock that door? That is a difficult question to ask and to decide what to do about it. If you're worried about your child's safety or your safety, because mama needs to sleep too, then maybe a door lock is needed. And, maybe a baby monitor or a camera so you can check in, so you can roll over and go back to sleep if you hear a noise. But maybe that door lock is needed for a little while, just to see, until you can maybe get that sleep pattern established. Maybe you think that's not a good idea. If your child could potentially do something self-harming, that might not be a good idea. But it's a question maybe to talk over with your child's doctor. Should we do a bedroom lock? In some situations, I know with mental health professionals, part of a care plan is a bedroom door lock. So, maybe you need advice on that. But it's something to think about. If you're just trying to train your child to stay in bed, maybe they're a toddler and they get up in the middle of the night and bang on mommy's door or come get you because they're having nightmares. What are the issues around it, and when is a door lock appropriate and when is it not appropriate? Personally, I would struggle with that decision, but it is a question that comes up. A lot of things about sleep. I hope you all are getting a good night's sleep. I hope your children are getting a good night's sleep. You look like I am putting you to sleep with my talking about sleep. If you need more information, sleepfoundation.org has lots and lots of information about sleep, whether your child has a disability or not. Also, a lot of disability-related organizations have good advice about sleep. So I hope y'all sleep well, and we will see you next time.